Hi everyone, my name's MadMatt Lugos and welcome back to Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. So, last time we saw how Frank ended up disappearing. Whether it was from the kind of pseudo-illness or whether it was from the fact that they dropped the gas bombs, what they dropped, right? It's probably from the illness though, right? We kind of accidentally triggered Stephen and Lizzie's story, but I believe we're in Lizzie's story now. I think she works at this holiday camp where Rachel, the young daughter of that other couple, was it Evelyn and Sam, was here as well. There are two light sources here. That sounds like Stephen, right? I've got a ringing phone over there, but on the key here we have got like an order to go round in. So this is the Lakeside Administration building, the main office. Leave it out, Stephen. So we could go round in number order, but purely because Stephen seems to be on the left-hand side where number 2 and 3 are. We'll probably go the administration building, then the main hall. Proprietor's chalet. I'll probably go right towards the coast first, or towards the lake, whatever it is. So, from what we know about Lizzie, she's in a very unhappy marriage with a husband who was what was her husband's name? Tom? I'm not sure. Who had a bit of a drinking problem. Peter Pan rehearsals tonight. That's about someone who's gone missing, likely from the illness again. I don't know if we're going to find if something's going to we're going to figure out something about Reese here, because we know that he's kind of been maybe in somewhat of a relationship with Rachel, even though she's probably a bit young for him, right? I don't know how old she's supposed to be. Maybe she's, you know, this is like a kind of summer job kind of age, so maybe like 16, 17 maybe Rachel is, and Reese sounds like he's done prison time, but he could still be in his early 20s, right? So maybe he's like 22. Got a phone ringing though, so this is usually Clive and Stephen conversing. Let's see what they've got to say.
You can't save them. Just pack a case and meet me at the station.
They've closed the lines. Weren't you
Lizzie.
listening to the radio? Because of the flu.
There is no flu, Lizzie.
Oh, Christ, Stephen, I'm not stupid. Of course there's no flu. But the stations are still closed.
There's an access footpath that runs alongside the main tunnel. You can get out that way. They won't have thought of it.
You know what's going on, don't you?
You can't use the phone anymore.
What, like you're not using one right now?
Funny. Listen. Just don't use the phone after this. No TV or radio either. It can hide in the signal.
You make it sound like it's alive.
I don't think we have a word for what it is. Just promise me. Don't tell anyone. Pack quietly. Meet me at the station tomorrow, all right?
I feel awful lying and leaving all these people here.
It was a brilliant idea about the show. Top marks for that, you clever thing. I love you.
God, this guy's such a snake. He told Kate that he loved her at the beginning. We've seen him say that already. Master manipulator right here. Likes being the centre of attention, I suppose. Yeah, there's something to be said about this kind of setting, right? This sci-fi is in the background sci-fi. Do you know what I mean? I mentioned Never Let Me Go in one of the other, maybe in the last episode. Like, it's a very similar thing where the heart of the story is still the people, right? Their relationships, their connections, their struggles, you know, everything that they're going through. And then you have this kind of weird sci-fi thing in the background. Like here, it's this light entity. But you know, we're still really learning about very human struggles. Like in Never Let Me Go, the whole cloning thing is very much in the background, and it's more just about your humanity. It's kind of like if you've ever watched Another Earth. It's part of like the series that I've forgotten her name, but young actress with blonde hair. She wrote and directed that and a few other things. She's in the OA that's on Netflix, I think. Similar thing with that, where it's still a very human story about someone about people dealing with grief and a life that they've lost and all that kind of stuff. But there's like another Earth in the sky and the sci-fi's in the background, and it is a really, really cool start. Really, I don't know. It just means that they don't explain everything to death, and it keeps like a sense of empathy in the story. Oh, double doors. Okay, so this is the main hall. This is where they were having their play or the auditions. 6 to 16 years. A few of the elderly people had gone missing already. John Coles. That cigarette's still lit. Wow. Really was 37 minutes ago. I think I can hear another phone ringing. Faintly, maybe not. Yeah. Feels like there should be a memory or a remnant in here, right? Come on, they're emergency doors. They can't be locked. They can only be locked from the inside. Right? These are fire doors. Why are these locked? That's so silly. Alright, oh no, can we get up on stage? Probably not. It's like Dark Souls, you can't jump. Makes level design like that extra bit easier. Maybe just go for the obvious doors, Matt, you know? Okay. Nothing in here, strangely. Maybe I need to trigger something to come in here. Alright. I said I wasn't going to do it, but let's make our way around in the normal order. From 1, 2, and then to 3, which is the proprietor's chalet. So it looks like Stephen and Lizzie have both died or disappeared as well, because the light spirits are here, so... The infinity or butterfly symbols, I'm guessing it's probably more likely to be... Oh, butterfly effect, maybe? I don't know. Don't know what that'd have to do with it. So, proprietor's chalet and the tennis courts, get away. I tried to... Like, I remember a friend of mine saying about, you know, the film The Butterfly Effect.
Oi,
about...
Shipley.
Oh.
I want a word with you. What?
Reese Shipley.
Get over here, soft lad, and keep your voice down.
Charlie.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah?
You work at the...
You work for Meg Holloway?
Yeah.
Charlie Tate. You can call me Charlie.
What's this about, Charlie?
Rachel Baker.
What about her?
Oh, come on, son. I wasn't born yesterday. Are you looking to get your head kicked in?
She's 16. She's not a kid.
You try telling her dad that. He'll bloody kill you.
I love her, though. You can't stop love.
I'm not telling you to stop anything. Just be careful, that's all.
I don't know how old Reese is, but I don't know. It's one of those situations. I mean, 16 is the legal age of consent in England, but it's still a bit weird. Depending on how old he is, right? If he was like 18, then it wouldn't be weird. I don't know, if he was 20, I think that'd still be weird. 19, that'd be weird, but 18 wouldn't be. I don't know, it'd be weird. It is a bit weird. Yeah, I don't know why that is. We'll do Clive. Yeah, don't know how old Reese will be. I'm gonna put him at like mid-20s, so it's full on weird. Oh, so this is proprietor's residence. Oh. Lovely little place we've got here. Uh-oh.
Don't touch it. It's fine.
It's like a sunburn, but it's a funny shape. Is it sore?
I can't feel it at all. Don't fuss over
I
it.
can't believe that you left Kate there. Why won't you tell me what happened?
She's probably not even noticed I've gone. It's really nothing.
You're lying. Don't lie to me.
Fine. We had a row. She'll work all night anyway.
Stephen, listen to me. Was there an accident? Is that how your face got burnt?
It's nothing. Something, I don't know. Just got a bit shaken up and then we fought. She wanted to stay and collect more data.
Was she burnt as well? Is everything all right?
Jesus, Liz, are you sleeping with me or her? She's fine, we're both fine. I don't want to talk about her. I came here to see you.
I just worry.
Well, don't. Come to bed.
It's always strange when you see someone from a relationship from when you were much younger. Very strange feeling. I guess it's a bit similar to, like, you know, when you see people you went to school with who you don't really talk to anymore, and if that ever happens, you know, and you kind of feel like you revert back to that old person or old personality. And it all just feels very strange, makes you feel very uncomfortable. How the dynamic just kind of reverts back to what it was. Okay, we've got another phone. Oh, radio even. So this should be Kate.
I don't even care that he was screwing her. What made me angry was that he treated me like I was too stupid to notice. I dream through the light storm and see the pattern dancing on his skin as he burns. I wake up with eyes full of liquid light. I'm going to concentrate all 5 remaining towers on the same point in the sky. If it is establishing conduits for communication, that should create a jump in bandwidth.
Maybe this will be Reese and Rachel.
It's just been on the radio that they're closing the roads. Something about the
Sean.
flu.
No one here has flu, Sean. There's no flu here. I overheard Mrs. Graves, and she said another family of Upton left. She said they must have left last night, but the car and all their stuff's still here.
Screw this day. There's 15 people up and left in 2 days. I don't like it. Where's the baby?
Asleep in the caravan. Sean, I don't want to sit around here waiting for it to get worse. I reckon if we leave now, we can get out of the valley before they get their acts together and close the roads.
You think so?
Yeah, we can go the back roads, through the woods. I'll leave some money on the side for Mrs. Graves. You know her husband isn't back yet either.
He's a boozer, right? That's what I've heard. That's her problem anyway.
Don't be unkind, Sean.
Come on, let's go and get there then.
Bit of Welsh accents. Now I might just be me thinking all Welsh people sound exactly the same, but she sounded exactly like, I don't know if any of you have seen the original Utopia. I know the American version has just come out. I've not seen it, so I can't judge it, but I'm going to. But the original version was amazing, that came out over 10 years ago. And that sounded exactly like the Welsh girl who's in that, who's really good in that. I've forgotten her name now. Such a memorable performance. But I love Utopia. That's about spreading... that's about an illness being intentionally spread to reduce the population, so... Also an interesting thing, if I think they're all on Amazon Prime now, the original series and the American version. I can't imagine the original 2 seasons are amazing television. A real style about them. The soundtrack's awesome, but yeah, might make you feel a bit uncomfortable given that we're in a pandemic at the minute, and you know, the very cynical attitudes people can have towards genocide and, you know, mass murder and population control and that kind of thing. Very interesting though. Bit of a Welsh accent here. I can do a bit of a Welsh accent, but I'm not sure. I always say that the key to be doing a Welsh accent... Oh, this is terrible. Stop, Matt. The key is to lack confidence. If you want to do a Welsh accent, like really lack confidence and self-belief. That's what I think works anyway. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure really. Blimey. If you want to do Scottish, be aggressive. If you want to do Scouse, do high-pitched. If you want to do Mancunian, pretend like you just smoked a lot of weed. If you want to do Birmingham, just pretend that you're clinically depressed. Alright. I'm going left. This will be recent, Rachel, I imagine.
And you found it like this?
Oh, Dr. Wade.
I got into the habit of checking in first thing in the morning just to make sure he's had his pills.
Mr. Coles is not a well man, Elizabeth. It's entirely possible he upped and wandered off. If things progressed, the mind can be a fragile thing, you know?
It's just not very like him, that's all I'm saying, Doctor. He never misses the mid-morning bingo.
He didn't smoke, did he?
Not that I knew of.
There's a funny... It's like ash.
Wow, okay.
Well, that is odd. Reese cleaned in here yesterday afternoon. I'll have to have a word.
It's not like cigarette ash. Strange.
Who's here?
Dr. Wade, there's just been a phone call.
Oh,
We need you
Bobs.
back at the village. Apparently Mrs. Boughton has disappeared.
This was very early on then. Yeah, oh, that talk of people, you know, elderly people walking off, wandering off if they've got dementia or Alzheimer's, man. Happened to my one of my grandparents. It's a horrible thing. Horrible thing. Yes, there is a side path available there. We've got a phone box, we can usually open these, right? This one should be Stephen again.
Hi, this is Kate Collins and Stephen Appleton. Leave a message.
Stephen, it's me. I'm leaving. I've waited as long as I can. If you are there to meet me, I'm leaving for the station now, but I am going anyway, whether you're there or not. But I love you. Please be there. I love you.
The worst thing is he's probably just using her just for the time being, and he's... yeah. Alright, so number 6. Yeah, we'll go to number 6 next. Directly behind us. Now, I wonder what other 4 character stories we're going to have, or whether this will just call, if we are playing as Kate, whether this is just going to culminate in our ascension or something. I don't know. I'm unsure. Damn it. Come on now. Ah. Maybe another memory here. Wait, was this the one we've just been in? Why is this one open then? I can hear voices. Is there was there a train station stop near here? I should have checked the map. Okay, things are getting weird. Let's go off the beaten path a bit. Where does this go? This leads to number 8, right?
It's quite something, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You ever seen anything like it? They must be well happy at the observatory place.
What, they could see the
in there right now.
Aurora Borealis right now, yeah?
This is right, Boston. It is.
Boston?
Right. That's me. Short leash. Kids up half a night, bloody teething. Missus will kill me if I'm gone too long.
Bloody teething.
Night.
Yeah. Bloody teething, yeah. Sorry if I'm offending any Welsh person right now. Although we haven't really spent much time with Reese, and he's obviously in a bit of a grey area with Rachel, he feels very lonely. You know, that kind of feeling of someone who's an outcast in a small community feels so much more alone than someone outcast in a big community, you know? Makes it just all feel really alone. Really just isolated. Anything in here? Nope. Alright. Got a bunch of like back ways through the woods. This is like a little camping area, yeah? Oh, easels where they do some artwork. Cheap plastic garden furniture, love it. Maybe they are kindred spirits, which is why the light sources are around each other so much.
You shouldn't be smoking, you know. Not in your condition.
Stephen's fault. He got me started again.
In your condition?
I'm not going to try and stop you, but the weather's looking pretty rough. There's a storm coming.
That's what Stephen said. He said he'll meet me, but there's things he has to do first. He seems to think that all of this is connected to him. I don't know. I'm going anyway, whether he comes or not.
I'm assuming Stephen has thought of a way through the quarantine.
Well, he's clever. You gotta give him that.
Do you trust him, though?
Well, I love him. So I'd hope that was good enough.
I hope so, too. Listen, if you can't get through, for whatever reason, I'm getting people together at the village hall, rounding up stragglers, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've got all the campers together here, doing a show. Peter Pan. The kids love it. It'll take their minds off things. Hey, did you see that?
So guess what? Was that the Aurora Borealis as well, maybe? You know, just given the time of year, you know, we're like towards the end of autumn, and just, I don't know, the music in this game and the kind of atmosphere of it just feels like the right time of year to play this. You know, I've been listening to a lot of post-rock music over the last few weeks as well. I mean, I listen to a lot of post-rock music anyway, but an inordinate amount. It just kind of fits in with this game. Dude, chill out. Yeah. With the radio. I hope I wasn't supposed to be writing the codes down because I stopped because it felt pointless.
I tried to leave the observatory, but couldn't. I stood at the gates, but couldn't conceive of a world outside. The strangest feeling. As if the valley, Stephen, everything was simply irrelevant. An idea of something, not a something itself. I'm losing track of time. Of whether I'm asleep or awake. My fingers have gone numb at the tips. It's like they still feel. But what they feel is no longer for me. Like the signal has been hijacked.
Okay, so maybe Kate has become like a conduit? Conduit, how do you say it? For this entity. It's acting through her, but she still thinks that these are her own intentions, perhaps? Could do with a map. Oh, right, I know where we are.
We're not even really talking at the moment, if I'm honest with you. I've been sleeping in one of the empty chalets. Otherwise, we just sit there in silence. And then he goes off and pretends he's not drinking from one of his secret little stashes. And I pretend I ain't noticed. And then when we go to bed, it's all I can do not to scream. I don't know why we're still together. Except I do. Still love him.
You remind me of Mary when she was your age. If we'd had a daughter, I'd have been proud if she turned out like you.
You don't have to say that.
Just talk to Robert. Tell him you know he's drinking again. You two can work it out together. I know you can.
I wish I had your faith. I just don't want to be the person who stayed because they were afraid to move. I know you can't dwell on the past. I know that, but sometimes you do just think, don't you? What if the accident hadn't happened? I could have been anywhere right now. Rather than stuck here, rehearsing Peter bloody Pan and fixing tumble dryers for the umpteenth time. Oh, Frank, you are an angel.
Don't be daft. You're still young, Lizzie. You got plenty of time to be whoever you want to be. Just don't keep using that leg of yours. or that husband as an excuse.
So that, wait, were they in a car accident? Have I forgotten that? Have we already got that information? Maybe they were both in it. That's why he's saying about her leg, and maybe something bad happened to Robert as well. But yeah, I mean, I hear what she's saying. There's that feeling, isn't, you know, when things get tough in whatever aspect of life, and you feel that pinch, right? That, does this mean I need to move on or change, or does this mean I need to just stick it out, see it through? You know, we all go there at some point, right? You know, whether it's a job or relationship, whatever it is. Frank seems like he gives good advice, though, even though he's, I don't know what, ashamed of the way he acted with his own wife. He seems like he gives good advice, whereas Wendy seems like she gives very self-serving advice. All right, hang on. Let's. There was a map near here, because we're right back at the start, aren't we? Leave me alone, Stephen. Stephen with a PH as well, for God's sake. Right, we're back at number 2. Okay, so let's head back round to number 7 and go towards number 9. Yeah, number 8 was at the football pitches. Yeah. Eerily tranquil. It's a similar feeling to how it felt. Very different games, obviously, but exploring in Death Stranding, you know. Even though you're exploring, a kind of weird place where everyone's died. In very weird circumstances, it's still very beautiful and peaceful. Kind of a similar feeling, but obviously this is more contemporary and not futuristic, because this is immediately after and not, decades. There was a way around the back here, right? Don't be a cliff, don't be a cliff. We've not had anything with Rachel yet, have we? We only had that one at the very beginning. Damn it. This kind of feels like where Lizzie's story might end, just because of the things on the ground. The buttercups look like the things that, the lights that appear when when it all goes black at the end of when someone disappears. Hope there's not going to be some sort of confrontation between Sam and Reese.
Di, whatever's wrong? You look terrible.
Mrs. Graves.
Sean's, baby Dylan, is he alright?
He's fine. Di, come on.
It's okay. Let's get you a cup of tea.
Mrs. Graves, I need to tell you.
Leave it, Di.
Do you try and get out of the valley? All the roads are shut now.
I know, I was driving really fast, but the other car was on the wrong side of the road, and oh God, I think
Di, for fuck's sake, leave it.
It's alright. Hey, you're alright. Sean's alright, baby Dylan's alright. That is what matters. Everyone's alright.
But
no.
But he what?
Now I need your help.
What happened to the baby?
Some of the children, they're getting quite frightened. So Rachel and I, we decided to push forward the show, keep them occupied. You said the other night you play piano. Can you help with that?
Yes, I suppose so, but Mr. Graves, Rob
can look after himself. He's a big boy now. Don't worry. Just head to the hall and find Rachel. She'll tell you what needs practicing.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Graves.
And Sean, go and find Reese, please. See if he needs some help.
Yeah, of course.
Go on.
Okay, so maybe the main hall where we didn't find anything. That's where we'll be. That's where this will culminate. Robert. So he's maybe there. The car crash was with him, or he's disappeared, or something. Hang on, let's have a cheeky look at the map here. Hopefully we get to go down to the water side. That would be quite nice, right? Oh.
All 5 towers are now operating together, and I've got the reception up to the red zone, but it's not enough. I'm going to try and route the signal through Tower 6 to create a singular point of reception and re-coordinate the optical array, which should, in theory, focus a signal spike on the point of origin. If I conceptualize this origin point as a 7th tower, then it makes a kind of sense. Kind of. I think we're moving so far beyond everything I understand about physics. Anyway, it's gotta be worth a shot.
And Kate's so calm, right? Stephen's just kind of floundering. Let's go head over to the playground.
She's not in her office either.
Well, they live nearby, don't they?
Yeah, in the village.
You don't think she's gone to look for Mr. Graves, do you?
I think Lizzie knows Robert will turn up when he's sober. He'll be all right.
Do you want me to go and look for her?
No, it's okay. Come on, I promised the kids another shot at the last number, then I promised everyone a cup of tea.
You're very like her, you know. Like Lizzie.
Me? No, I'm not. First chance I get, I'm out of here.
Well, if Reese didn't already feel like a bit of a nonce, then talking to her on a playground is not going to help. Right? I mean, hey, come on, Rachel. People thinking this is a bit suspicious. Could we not sit here on the little kids' playground while me, a grown adult convict, is with you? Oh, that was funny. What's this little lake? Oh. Anything going on at the water side? Can we go out on the pedalo?
This is a public service announcement from Haverton District Council Emergency Measures Committee.
You are... Oh, this is a big map.
Are being implemented to help contain the outbreak of influenza. Please remain calm and indoors. Local community leaders, head teachers, scoutmasters, and members of the clergy will act as your representatives. Be sure to report any symptoms.
Well, I know that this game is by the same developers who did Dear Esther. I did actually start doing a Let's Play for that, but I just Wasn't in the right mood for whatever reason. Should have probably played that before I played this. Okay, we got another big memory here.
Hello, Catherine. It's
Oh.
Kate.
Oh.
Elizabeth? Lizzie. I've heard a lot about you. It's good, you know, you and him, it's not difficult or anything.
Should it be?
I'm sorry?
You said it wasn't difficult. I don't see why it would be difficult. You and Stephen were together a long time ago. He moved away. Certainly isn't difficult for me.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you or...
Spite.
I'm not offended. Listen, Elizabeth,
Lizzie, please.
Classic way of creating tension.
Right.
Get the name wrong.
You seem like an okay type of person. And I'm not trying to be rude, I promise. But let's try and be realistic here, huh? Let's, try and do our best. It's a British thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, I suppose it is. We'll do our best then.
Easiest way ever to create egotistical tension is to get someone's name deliberately wrong. Alright, let's Okay, so we must have triggered everything. Well, let's just head back down to the beach one more time. Feels like I've missed a bunch of Rachel and Reese ones. But they might just be a peripheral story.
Holidaymakers to the main hall, please.
Yes, yes.
All holidaymakers to the main hall.
I just want to move over to this side of the beach, just see if we... Oh, there's an open door over here. Have I been in here? I don't think so. Yeah, it's a radio.
Oh, God, Stephen.
Oh.
What's happening to me?
Okay. This is the first hint of worry. Kate sounded very confident up until now in terms of in relation to the phenomenon.
Stephen. What's happening to me?
She's ascending. Oh, nice little doghouse. Anything going on here? I don't look like it. Alright, let's head back and see what happened with Peter Pan. I don't know if these lights are supposed to be Stephen and Lizzie. It might be someone else. It might be Rachel, perhaps. It's like that she disappeared there as well with Reese.
All holidaymakers to the main hall, please. All holidaymakers to the main hall.
Alright, alright. Keep your dungarees on. Where are we going? Back up the hill, yeah?
All holidaymakers to the main hall.
Oh, we've not been here.
All holidaymakers to the main hall.
Do not rush me. Yeah, we've not been here. We spotted this as soon as we came in, right? That door ajar.
Let me get that.
I can manage.
Is your hip giving you grief today?
Oh, always gives me grief.
For God's sake.
And I managed for the last 10 years, so you're a little late for the knight in shining armor routine.
Suit yourself, I'm only trying to help.
God damn it, Stephen. I'm not some useless, sappy girl that you can just string along forever.
Yeah.
Look around you. I made all of this. I built it on my own when everyone else had written me off as some poor little cripple.
You know that's not how I see you.
Well, you weren't there, were you? No. You'd given up on me long before the accident.
What do you want from me, Lizzie? I love you. I'll do anything.
Anything except okay? I thought not. I love you too, but sometimes I think you just say what you think everyone else wants to hear.
Feels like for Stephen, being perceived negatively is more is a bigger fear to him than just telling the truth, right? So he'd rather just lie and be perceived, well, you know, well by everyone, or the people close to him in particular. Alright, let's see how this culminates. But she said she was going to the station, right? Not missed anything, have I, you two? Here we go.
Sleeping baby.
Rachel.
Darling child.
With Dylan.
Clouds and starlight. Starlight, starlight. When you wake, you will be mine. Starlight. Sleep and love. Shh. Sleeping baby. Shadow dust. Clouds and starlight. Numbered starlight. When we're called to go, we must into starlight, sleep and love.
Is he asleep?
There's blood everywhere.
You alright, kid?
I'll be alright. You should get some sleep, Charlie. You look exhausted. That's it. Sleep. Sleep.
Don't know where this one's gonna lead me. So Lizzie wasn't there with them. Maybe she did meet Stephen in the end, which is why their light sources are together here. This is the road where we triggered Stevens, right? All right.
There's data coming through faster than I can encode it. I've already lost 2 processors. They keep burning out.
Please, I love you. You need to get out of there. It's not safe.
I need you, Stephen. I need you here. I can open the gate manually. I can let you in.
It's too dangerous. You don't understand what's happening
No,
out here.
you don't understand. We can solve this. We can find a way. I just need more power. I need to amplify the signal, and I can't do it on my own. You saw the opportunity. You ran the numbers, remember?
We're responsible for all this. You and me.
It's not just you and me anymore, though, is it?
Jesus, Kate, you're trying to talk to it, aren't you? Kate, you can't.
Stephen, I have to.
Maybe I should have been writing down all those goddamn numbers. She's talking about codes. Okay, I haven't seen the save icon, so we'll try and find one more memory before we end the episode. This might be where that little car crash was. Yes, Stephen.
It's completely dead. It won't start.
It's only a short walk to the camp. I think we should split up.
Meg.
You go and fetch Rachel. I'll go back to the village and find Evie.
I don't think we should split up.
I don't want to either, Charlie, but we've got to. I'll meet you back at my house later on, okay? We can talk properly then.
Why won't you tell me what happened?
No, actually, you should stay at the camp tonight. Come and find me in the morning. Bring Rachel back. She's going to need her mother.
Meg.
Just take care of her.
Meg!
What is it, Charlie?
Nothing. Just be careful, that's all.
I will, I promise. You as well. I'll see you later on.
Say what you feel, Charlie. Okay, I don't know if we've missed Lizzie's story or disappearance. I'm not sure. Where am I? We're in Little Titworth now. We need to find another memory, otherwise the game won't save. There's bound to be one in here. I guess it also kind of has the feeling of, you know, if this was your last day on Earth, what the hell would you do? And it turns out you wouldn't do much different. Right, now who would be in here? This is really dark.
But why on earth are you there? Why aren't you calling from home?
It's hard to explain. I'm having to move around to follow it. When it finds a suitable host, it begins chance to amplify... Sorry, I'm not making much sense.
They're talking about flu and a quarantine on the radio, but this... I know you're not that kind of doctor, but it all just sounds really weird.
We don't know exactly what it is yet, but it's got something to do with the other night.
Stephen, your face, the mark, do you think you're infected?
It's not a disease, Lizzie. It's something else. There's something Kate said about patterns. I can't grasp it clearly yet.
Okay, come over. Have some lunch. We can talk properly. Have you spoken with Kate?
She's locked herself in the observatory. She's buried in the data. But it's already out here in the world. I need to see how it adapts.
How what adapts? Stephen, try to explain.
Time's up. Lizzie, listen. Be ready. I need to go. It's moving again. I'll call you later.
Okay. I'm starting to get the feeling I should have been writing down these radio codes the whole time, guys. Like a real horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach. To be fair, I could go and watch the recordings again. I don't know, there's no order for them though, is there? You're exploring it a different way each time. Is that door or gate ajar? That was the wrong sound effect, game. Alright. Maybe there'll be one over there in this house with the scaffolding. I'm really worried I've missed Lizzie. Because I don't think that she was in where the play was, right? Get out of the way, Stephen. Oh,
Do you think she'll like it?
It's in an awful state, Stephen. I don't think
It'll be an
she'll...
adventure. It'll mean putting down roots here, maybe a family.
Are you sure she wants children? What, to stay here? It's not her place, you know.
Don't start that again, please.
I mean, she's ambitious, love, and she's, well, older. She's not going to want to stay cooped up at home looking after the kids.
Is that how you felt about me?
Oh, stop it, Stephen. That's not what I meant, and you know it. I'm just saying you should make a choice. If it's a family you want, well, you know how much Lizzie wants a family.
Jesus, Mum, I didn't come here for marriage guidance. I just asked what you thought about a fucking house.
Stephen, Appleton language.
Sorry,
yes.
It's just that you have to understand, Kate is the most brilliant, extraordinary, wonderful person I've ever known. She's like no one else. The way she looks at things, it's like she has whole worlds inside her head. I don't think you or anyone really understands that.
Okay, it's a bit of a savant. Alright, guys. We'll let this music keep playing, actually, because... Oh, there's my save. I don't want to cut this music off. I think I can hear a phone or a radio as well. Alright. So we'll end that episode there, guys. We explored the camp. We kind of got an idea of the dynamics going on with Lizzie. A bit more with Stephen and with some of the peripheral characters like Rachel and Reese, Charlie. And we saw how it all ended at the hall. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. Leave me a thumbs up if you did. Just remember, everybody, never trust an uncrate. I'll see you next time.